again, you'll notice that the dollars per hour continues to go down, but like, welcome to becoming more successful. Like, you have to spend more. And then once you've done all these ones, it only gets more expensive from there. But these are the easiest ones that I get almost all my initial founders to commit to. Now let's look at the next one. Whoa, it's a car, a very small car. And hopefully you're driving a car bigger than this one. Now, before I get into this, let's look at what you've saved so far. 13.5 hours per week for $750 a month. You've got 4 hours that you're saving with laundry for about $60 a month. You got 6 hours that you're saving with cleaning and cleaners for your house. Then you've got sleep, which is just gonna get you more hours for all this stuff for about $200 a month if you financed out one of these fancy mattresses, and at least the earplugs and the blackouts are super cheap. Then you've got 2 hours a week that you're saving for landscaping and mowing and all that kind of jazz. And so if we're adding this as we go, which I hope you are, it's like we're looking at 800-ish, 1,000-ish, 1,200-ish, 1,500-ish per month. Now, hey, I'm not saying this is as cheap stuff, but what is it getting you? You're getting in total so far 10 hours, 23.5 hours, plus more for that time. Now we're at 25.5 hours per week. 3 full work days per week back, which most people are just wasting their weekends on this stuff. What am I doing with this car? All right, so if you make over $50 an hour, you should consider this. So what is this? So this is, you can either get a driver if you want to be a super baller, right? Or you can just use the virtual driving economy that exists, which is Uber and soon to be Tesla taxis or whatever it is, and the driverless fleets that are gonna be there. Because I'll bet you that's also gonna dramatically decrease the cost of having someone drive you to and from places. It's gonna approximate the cost of energy. It's like energy plus depreciation on the car. Like, that's gonna really be the equation for transport, which is amazing for all humans. Because when you look at how economies work, the base level of everything is energy. And then from energy above that, you have transportation. And so it's a very foundational level of like how efficient an economy is. And so for you, if you could take the 30 minutes a day or 45 minutes a day that you spend commuting, which by the way, the average, if you're curious about it, is 1 to 2 hours. So let's just call this 1.5 hours per day that people spend. And that also doesn't include the hassle of parking and walking from wherever they are at to their actual final destination. And so believe it or not, this is a monster one. So this is about 30 hours per month conservatively that people spend, up to 50 depending on where you live. And so the question is, okay, that's a lot of hours, and we said $50 an hour to start this, because you got to be willing to spend a little bit more to get this. So in general, this is going to probably run you somewhere in the neighborhood of like 600 to 1,000 per month. And you're like, why is the range so big? Well, it depends how far you drive and how much you drive, right? But it's a pretty penny. At the same time though, there's also a lot of hours back. But you might be thinking, well, how do I